Hey, well, hello, my fellow car modelers. How you doing today? We are working on the Levi Garrett car right now. I want to get the glass in and get it on the chassis and a couple other little things done because it's late Friday night, possibly very early Sunday morning. I don't know. I haven't looked at my watch, but I want to have this done for tomorrow night because it's my model meeting, and I want to have something on the table, something nobody's seen yet. And I'm doing the glass, and I just thought I need to turn the camera on and do this with you guys because, you know, hey, anything to make a video, right? There has been some people that have some issues with getting I've already cut some stuff off, but getting the glass on these Salvino's kits off the sprue without breaking them. You got to be real careful. You got to be smart. You got to take your time, like I always say. I've even done it. But, you know, we got to get these tabs off here. These are necessary for how the molds are done. And there's a way of getting them off and getting them off clean. I've already took one off here, and of course I got this glass off. I actually could have done a little better job, but it can be done. You got to take your time. So real quick, how I got it off the tree, what I like to do is I take a very, very fresh, this one's not, this one is. See, I have two of these at the table all the time for doing different things, and sometimes I'd rather one. That's why I took some red marker and it's starting to fade out, but you see I always mark one. This is the one with the fresh blade. No wonder it didn't work so well. And what I like to do is you take your time, really carefully, take your X-Acto knife and scribe a line just a little bit above the line of the glass. I'll scribe it a bit on that side, and then I go on this side and scribe it. What this does is kind of give you a firewall of when you're trying to get this off, it doesn't go and break into the glass you want to keep. So hopefully that works out. So I'm gonna take it by behind, you know, going backwards. You see I'm taking this backwards. I'm gonna run it backwards. Now that I got a line scribe, I'm just kind of like if you ever done this to open up doors. Just get it kind of scribed, and then you can kind of do that, but then you can eventually get it to where you can liberate it. And you have a little bit of a I didn't do perfect. I got a little bit in there, but this is all tucked under the body right here. That's the lip that glues in there, so you won't see that. But on a windshield, you want to be a little bit more careful. These, honestly, the car that I'm building didn't run the side glass. I'm not even going to worry about those. This is where we really got to be careful. These things are a bear, and quite honestly, I'm going to try to liberate the biggest portion right there. Get that off of there where we have a nice big nub right there. And then this is how you do it. This is how I did it on that side. And bring it up right up to 3. Don't do that. That's not the way to do it. But you just go ahead and as I get closer, I like to take that excess off because it's hot melted plastic. You don't want that to go into your windshield. Just go ahead and get that little bit of garbage off. Now we're down to the end. And I'll just do a little cleaning up with the X-Acto knife. There we go. We got that all off. We didn't get up into the glass. And if you want to get real particular, you take a little bit of a sanding pad or something like that and just kind of take off the edge, and that's really a great way to do it. That's cool. I'm going to take off these other two items, and that's how we'll do it. That's how we'll do it.
You're watching the Lucas C channel on YouTube.
Okay, so we've got that windshield all cleaned up, looking really good. No shattering on in. And let's see, it should fit. Does it go in through behind here, just like that? And look at that, that's going to look good. But before we put it in, we got to get those lines in there taken care of. So I'm just going to take my regular masking tape. If you really want to be particular, a good thing to do is to use that fine line tape, but regular masking tape will do the job. But I want to put it on something soft while I do this. So let's go ahead and mask off these things. You want that right there. And then I'm going to show you two different ways to do it. You do that where you can be real, if you're really good at laying this tape down. You got yourself strap. Not even see, I didn't get that one down quite as well as I thought. There's that way. Or if you just lay it on one, take your thumbnail and really get this out. This is probably the better way to go if you're really good at it and you trust yourself and not scratching your glass. And then just here, just go ahead and run your X-Acto blade nice and smooth and give yourself a good cut. Make sure your fingers are out of the way when you do that little zap across there. I'm gonna do that. Now that I got that end, get on there and just cut it right along using that little support there, windshield support, as your guide. And then you want to take the center out. See that? So there's two different ways to do it. A little bit too much came off there. I have to do a little patchwork. Alright, so we got those lines all off. I am just going to do it real simple. I'm not going to airbrush it. I am going to take some FX1, to me a flat black. Ooh, that's getting old. It's getting thick. Got to thin that up a little. Decent little brush here. And we are just going to hand paint it. Why the heck not? Get a little test to go there. And that should just do fine. It usually works out really nice to hand paint because we are on the back of the glass. So it will look pretty fine on that side. And with those masking, you don't have to really worry about being steady-handed. I usually like to try to go as light as possible across it like that. But this paint is a little thick, so it's fighting me. It's nice to have a fresh bottle of paint. It'll definitely go smoother, but it's what I got, and I probably should thin it out a little bit, but I think this will do the trick. We'll let that dry for a minute, cleaning my brush, and let's go ahead and take off the mask and see how we did. Me, I'm gonna say, nah. I think we need to find a better way. It's okay, but it's not as smooth as I thought it would be. I bet you if you airbrushed it, it'd be really nice, but I'm kind of doing things in a rush. Doing that will save you from getting it all over the glass. I used to try to hand paint those years ago, without putting any mask down, and they would be a disaster. Look at how much paint I got on my hands. Gosh, I'm a sloppy builder tonight. Let's go ahead and put that glass in there. I'm going to use one of my bottles of the Tester's Clear Parts Cement and Window Maker. I love this stuff. Love it, love it, love it. And it's still available. It dries clear. It's got this neat little applicator. Just get in there, and I'm going to just put a little. Kind of spread it out with the tip there. And we're going to go ahead and hold this, take this windshield, and plop her into place. Fits right into those channels nicely. Press it in. I'm going to leave this thing upside down. And something I will do, like in the corners, just add a little dab here. And a little dab there. Kind of hold it in place. And that all sets up, because the thing about it, this stuff dries freaking clear and you don't even see it. So we're going to let that sit. Alright, so we're going to put the back window in. Gonna do the same thing. Put a little there. Alrighty. This is always tricky. I like to get across there through the back window and set it in place. And that's the nice thing about this glue, that if you get it on the glass, after it dries, you can peel it right off if any gets onto the glass on the outside, which it pretty well worked out good. This stuff sets up pretty good. Like the windshield there, can you see that? We're looking good. Everything's fine. And that's it. That's what I do. Just to play safe. It doesn't hurt to put a glob right there that'll hold it all together. Gotta be careful, keep touching it and moving it out of its place. That should set up really nice for us. And well, in the next video, it'll be the Model Car Mafia meeting. You'll see it on the table, looking fine. So that's what I do. No crack in the glass. Everything's all good. We'll just let this thing set up, and we'll see you tomorrow, which will be the Model Car Mafia meeting. We're looking forward to that. So I want to thank you guys all for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed yourself. The Levi Garrett car is turning out just fine. I know I haven't painted in there. I wanted to paint that black, but the nice thing is I can always take this body off. I'm going to do it later. Not going to worry about it for tomorrow night's meeting. It's not a contest. It's not anything big deal. I want to have this model on the table for all my buddies to see. And you'll see it on the table because you're going to be at the meeting with us if you watch tomorrow's video. Promise we'll be there. All right, so I got to ask the question. What do we do here? We build model cars. And why? Because they're fun. Here's the producers. Every time you go over, it's a problem with these acrylics is it wants to take it back off. You can see some areas where I want to touch up over here, and I don't know. I could be blowing complete smoke up my own ass. Looks like crud right there, doesn't it? That's horrible. It's horrible looking.